Our next speaker for the second session of two-day international conference on Take Action for SDGs is Mr. Atiq Rehman from Pakistan. He is a researcher, scholar from the Department of International Relations at National University of Modern Languages, Islamabad. So Atiq Rehman, I hope you can hear me. So you can continue, please. Over to you.
Thank you so much for such a nice introduction, and good evening, everyone. As we already mentioned, my name is Atiq Rehman, and today the SDG which I am going to cover is basically zero hunger. So zero hunger is it actually comes on the second point on the list of the sustainable development goals, which are basically streamlined by the United Nations in 2015. Now zero hunger, it is officially called as the as per the United Nations, it is called as end hunger, achieve food security, improve nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. So it is one of the 17 sustainable development goals which were basically set by United Nations to improve the humanity, and you can say that you improve the social conditions, improve the communities as a whole, to uplift the communities as a whole. So the core aim of this initiative is to work on those areas which are highly vulnerable to either we called it either we talk about the natural or the man-made situations. So these goals are mainly or directly related to the human and their social development, and those vulnerable areas in which which are created by the humans made some developments, or you can say that natural disasters as well. So if we talk about the hunger, the which area is highly vulnerable to hunger. So third world, as we all know, third world, which is in abject poverty, and the whole masses of the people and the public is plunged into a bad social condition. So it is there is a need to get a full attention from the first world, because mainly they were relatively in a good condition in all of its dimensions. So we have to address here a certain questions, like regarding to the zero hunger. We have to address certain questions, and they are basically, what is the motivation for this initiative? Like, first question is that what is the motivation for this initiative? Now the second thing is that why it matters, and what are the root causes of this menace. And lastly, we will discussing about that what are the countermeasures and what will be the future prospect for this great initiative which UN actually started. Now, starting with the hunger, hunger in its broad sense has a wide definition. Hungry is not the only you can say who doesn't have anything to eat. Hungry is basically the one who is not getting a proper nutrition. It is I think I'm able to get your attention that the one who is not getting anything to eat is not hungry. Obviously he or she is hungry, but the thing which we have to focus here is like on the hidden hunger. So the one who is not getting a proper nutrition, proper diet, or proper things to actually do its daily functions is also hungry. So this situation, I've already mentioned that this situation is called as a hidden hunger, or you can say that it's a malnutrition. So the main aim of this SDG is to end all type of hungers, whether it is hidden or apparent. Now, today there are present more than 800 million people on the face of earth who are hungry, or you can say that they are not getting proper diet or nutrition. So that means 1 in the 10% on the face of planet goes hungry on bed every night. And statistics also shows that the population is about to grow by 2 billion till 2050. So this is another overarching thing which we have to draw our focus on. So by visualizing this whole situation, there is a need of, there is a dire need to take some steps which must be concrete in their nature to pull these, huge number of masses out of this mess. Now, one of the most important thing to ponder upon is the relation of hunger with other crucial things and the elements of society. So hunger is basically linked with a huge number of things. It is acting as a reason for the huge number of the problems. We can say that, um, it can become a problem of poverty. Uh, of course, poverty is a cause of hunger, but this is a vicious cycle in which hunger is, if hunger is causing something, that cause it itself actually, supplementing the cycle will continue, and the chain must be blocked. Chain must be blocked, or chain, otherwise it is going to devastate the whole society. We have to stop this vicious cycle. Now, another thing, uh, what are the reasons basically for this madness, and without going through these reasons, I don't think so that we are able to tackle this situation in an appropriate way. So basically, there are certain reasons for this hunger. Many reasons. Uh, First of all, if I talk about the poverty, uh, of course, low living standards and the main cause of, main causes of the are the main causes of the social degradation. Or we can say that the poverty is itself causing a low living standards. So this factor supplements the menace of hunger and raise it to the multiple folds. Now, the second one, we can say that there are different wars and, the conflicts all around the earth, all around the international realm. So the things which actually emerge from these wars and conflicts are migration, and then we have the civil and international conflicts. We have a plethora of problems like examples, and uh, like Syria, South Sudan, and Yemen, and of course recently we have a very crucial development which has happened in Afghanistan. So basically, and we all know that 90% of the Afghan population is below the poverty line, below the average poverty line. So these are the things we have to ponder upon, and the societal disturbances can also be a great supplementation to this menace. And then we have the food shortages, we have the food wastages. So these things, or you can say that inappropriate agricultural means or unequal distribution of resources. So there are certain regions around the world, like if we can say that, mainly in African continent, that, and the countries and the states which are mainly at the Horn of Africa. So there are proper hungry seasons, and just before their harvest season, there is a proper hungry season which they call. And this is a great predicament, that they have to cut their meal off. They have to, if they are taking 2 or 3 meals a day, so they have to cut their one meal off in order to survive for a certain period of time, which they call the hungry season. Another thing, we can say that unequal exchange system, we all know that from third world and the first world, there is unequal exchange of unequal exchange system. The things in the third world, they are bought with the nominal prices, and of course we are not colonized now, but neo colonization is still in its practice. But so our material, basically it's bought with the nominal prices, and then it is resold, or we can say that the first world sell their actually you can say the products on a high price. So this also cause a poverty, and this also cause this basically this unequal exchange cause the poverty, which ultimately lead towards the hunger. Then we of course have the poor public policies, and climate change is a great you can say that a staggering or a colossal thing which is highly impacting this menace. So uh, climate change, regarding the climate change, there is another very important thing, that it is said that it has a potential to push 100 million more people in the poverty over the next decade. So uh, the situation is alarming here. Now, the economy can also, the sanctions and poor economy itself and the poor economic policies of the state itself contribute to the this menace. So these are the factors which are basically tied in the vicious cycle, and every factor is responsible for other. Now, another question is that why I am or why we have to concern. As I have mentioned, that this vicious cycle can be turned into a virtuous one. Now, hunger is impacting a couple of other crucial elements, and by improving the living standards of the people, by giving them a proper diet, or by healthy body has a healthy mind. So everything is related with your rational decisions. So uh, by working on this one SDG, we can ultimately deal with the other menaces of the society. Now, uh, another thing which is, you can say that the thing we can improve by investing in this SDG is, you can say that, economy, educational sector, and more importantly about the agriculture sector. So uh, these are the things which we have to actually focus upon. We have to focus upon a certain core things, um, because the other SDGs are, I think so, are actually linked with this. Now, what is the cost for achieving this goal? Uh, in a one-liner, I would say that, as per statistics shows, that nearly $267 billion per year is required to achieve this goal till 2030. But ironically, uh, it is also visualized that this goal can't be achieved till 2030. But of course, again, the hope is always for the best. How we can help? There are certain things we have to improve our daily routine. We have to incorporate the healthy habits in our daily routine. We must not waste the food, and wastage of food is something which is actually causing this hunger problem and this hunger situation throughout the world. Now, increasing awareness of the digital platforms, this is very important, as we've already using this digital platform. So by increasing awareness in the masses of people and the masses, we can actually uh, control this menace. We can actually curb this menace. So the last thing is, like, you can say that, consume what is right, and must indulge yourself into a volunteer acts. Act voluntarily, whether it's a as act of a small scale, or whether it's an act of a huge scale. So volunteer acts are, we need volunteer acts. We need the peoples who act voluntarily to actually curb these societal issues and actually problems. So these are some things which are actually related to SDG 2 and Sustainable Development Goal, which is regarding the zero hunger. So that's all from my side, as I think I have already taken more time. So if you have any questions, if you have any queries, you're more than just welcome. Thank you so much.